about it. This vlogging stuff, it takes a lot of time to do it. Mostly the editing and stuff, but even while you're vlogging, that's time invested. It occurs to me that it cuts into some of the things that I usually do that are probably more important, you know. The thing I've noticed the most is that as a Christian that it's been cutting into my prayer life a little bit. Usually kind of just drive along talking to the Lord. And if I stop, that'll be one of the main good reasons why I do. But I also think that it's a good exercise, probably, at least on a mental level. You see yourself more for who you really are. You know, it keeps you from living in an image of yourself that has no substance. Master, Savior, Jesus, light the fragrance after the rain. I like the Gaithers. I think they have helped me a lot over the years. A lot more than that grader ever will. Where's he going? I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm blue. Well, here we go. We are now going Washington State. Some people have some really hard lives, you know that? It's a good thing if you can learn to be forgiving of people when they do things that are just not good. They might be going through some stuff that you don't know about, you know? Sometimes it's not enough in this world to be right. Not with Satan hitting people with both barrels all day long, you know. They've allowed themselves to be convinced that they're right. And, you know, it's not that right is the greatest good or anything either, but I mean, my reasons for obeying the speed limit are obviously going to be a whole lot better than theirs for disregarding it. But just the same, you know, my job is to forgive, not to correct or retaliate. You know, I told you YouTube was interfering with my prayer life. I need to pray right now and ask God to help me to learn to forgive. I'll be back. I was praying about asking God to teach me how to forgive people better. And He's doing it already. It was fascinating. I don't mind sharing this with YouTube. There was a truck coming up behind me, a lighting truck with a little trailer on it. Well, it's that truck right up there in my lane. Just flashed these lights. He was right behind me going around the entrance ramp curve to get on I-14 eastbound. Like I was just dirt in his way, you know. He got in front of me and we got back out on the freeway, and well, actually before we even got on the freeway, we noticed there was a Washington State policeman there on a motorcycle pointing his radar gun at us. And all of a sudden he went back and held her at 60 miles an hour, which was the speed limit. Ended up being right in front of me for the whole trip. So I took that as an encouragement from the Lord that was going to be watching, and He was going to be behind me when I do the right thing. So I guess I'll just keep doing what's right as well as I can. I'm not going to, perfect that or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I like things like that. Mostly because it reminds me that God is right here with me, and I like it when He's present. That's the biggest uplift I get. Beautiful shot of the Columbia River from the state of Washington here today. Looking at some of these houses that probably have some pretty nice views here of the Columbia River. They sure have a lot of glass in their side of their house anyway. Windows to enjoy the view. That's a lot less fun to talk about than having God be present with me in the truck here. I like that. I'm just glad the Lord is here and all is well, and I'm going to be in heaven forever with Him before I know it. Trying to have all the aches and pains kind of go into the back seat when the Lord is around. I like that part too. Up here at Prune Hill Elementary School. And I guess it's Camas, Washington. Yeah, Camas, Washington. Nobody really cares, I know that. Well, the lady with the broken printer will be glad to see me. That's the only perk this job has. Well, that's not true. I get to vlog while I'm driving around too, as long as I don't have a wreck while I'm doing it. But it's kind of nice that customers like to see you coming, That's a good thing. My boss, he never has much interest in me. I've been wrong before. It's not a shock to me. I'm wrong every day. I'm just like all you people. Only I admit it. But I'm still proud. I still want to be right. It's just that I know I'm not. I wish that thing would stay kind of halfway in between there somewhere. It won't. So take what you can get, I guess. I'm having a lot more fun sitting here drinking coffee and eating cookies than I will be when I get in here to working on that printer. They won't know the difference whether I'm out here working or playing or what. They can't see me unless they watch YouTube. By the time I get this uploaded, they'll have forgot about me anyway. It'd be a shame if this reminded them, though. I have decided not to get married today. I had several women on the Plenty of Fish, I think it is. I thought it was a Christian website, but I see a lot of non-Christian activity. Every time I see an interesting looking woman on there, it turns out she's non-religious or has a other religion. And I pretty much disregard that right off the bat, because she's not a Christian. I'm looking for somebody smarter from the soul up. I don't know. Somebody just pulled up beside me in a big old fancy car. Probably go inside and tell people that the printer tech's out in the parking lot eating cookies and drinking coffee. Yeah, kids see me eating an oatmeal cookie. My goose is cooked now. Man, the mom didn't look too much older than the kids. Look at that. She's only 6 inches taller than her daughter. I won't show them on YouTube. I don't know how friendly they are. Young or old, they can bite you. I'm no good at this YouTube stuff. I got no business putting myself on the internet. I just don't care. That's the problem. See, the way I look at it, if the world knew what I was like, so what? Maybe somebody will hear me talking about God and start wondering if he's really there themselves or something, you know? Well, if that's you, he's there. He's just waiting for you to talk to him. It's easy. There's nothing hard about it. When you consider that I'm doing a lot of involuntary things that I've learned over the years, like every time my elbow bends, my mouth flies open. That takes a lot of coordination that you don't even realize when you're pounding down oatmeal cookies with icing on top. And Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry I didn't bake my own cookies, but I love you anyway. I'm just lazy. It's easier to shop than to bake. Well, I'm about full of cookies now. I guess I'll have to see if I can find something else to do, huh? Yeah, probably. My boss would probably appreciate that anyway.